Hey guys, welcome back to another video over on the Chinese horoscopes and Zodiac. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the monkey personalities. So we're just going to jump straight into it and get these done because I'm a little bit late today. I had some stuff to do this morning. So I'm going to do these back to back. We're going to do the monkey reading now, and then after that we are going to do the rooster reading. So yeah, stay tuned for that if you are interested in the Chinese Zodiac. But welcome all the monkeys who have come to see what your week is going to be like this week. Let's find out. Just going to shuffle these, close my eyes. Let's see what we're going to get from this. That'll do. We're going to take that one from the bottom. We're going to take this one from the middle, and you know what, for a change I am gonna take, no, you know what, stick to the same one from the top. Ooh, black, white, black. Interesting. I say it's interesting on all of them. I always say it's interesting. I suppose there's only so many combinations there can be, really. But there we are. We've got black, white, black. So last week was tough, next week's going to be tough, but right now, currently, you are feeling good. Let's find out more. Let's see what's going on. So we've got the rat card there in a negative place. So rat, monkey, very compatible, in the same compatibility triangle, in the affinity triangle together. And there is no real issues between the monkey and the rat. They are, as I say, quite compatible. They have the same sort of ambitious minds. They're both doers. They both have strengths that they value from each other. So I don't see there being any real big conflicts here. I think it's more of what it represents between that rat and that monkey relationship. Simply because the monkey and the rat put together, they become a problem-solving duo. Which tells me, potentially, you have problems right now, or you're going through problems right now. There is a problem, an issue, or something that needs to be solved, and you're unable to solve it as easily as you'd like, and that's why we're in that negative space. You haven't been able to figure out the solution that is going to be the best one for everybody in this situation. Now, the rat card also represents family, so potentially this problem does revolve around the family element. Potentially there's a problem there that needs to be solved, and you just don't have the solution for that. There is no solution, or it's hard for you to find the solution. I think there were benefits to last week. You're learning things, you're seeing things, your perspective is changing, and you're going to start gravitating, or at least last week, moving into now, you've started to gravitate towards that sort of, where do you find support? Where do you see a place that you're accepted? You know, where are you most likely to succeed? Where is that space that you can go to? And that's what you're kind of trying to figure out. You're trying to figure out now how you can solve the problems that are going on right now in potentially a family or a relationship situation. And potentially it's about moving on to somewhere that you feel safe, somewhere you get support, somewhere that you can succeed. It's about maybe working together, maybe not in like a breakaway sense, but just maybe more communication, talking about things. But potentially you're going to have to face the inevitable eventually, because eventually there is going to be some sort of separation, going separate ways. And I do think there's going to be something to do with family. And I think you're fully aware of this. And that is why you've got problems, because you can't solve everything by keeping everybody happy. So you're trying to think to yourself, well, how can I keep everybody happy right now? What's the best result for everybody? And there isn't one. There is no best result for anybody right now. But that's kind of in your week last week, where you've kind of built up to this point now, where I think you figured there's not really a lot else I can do about this. And I get a feeling that you've probably just come into this area of acceptance, and just accepting that's who you are and where you're at. So that's quite interesting that the monkey card is called, because I did get a feeling that potentially you just had to get to a point of acceptance where you can't solve this problem. You've just got to deal with it. You can't get over it, but you can get on with it. And that monkey card there being the doer card, your card right now, currently, you're in a good place. You're feeling yourself, feeling more like yourself today, currently, presently. when I say presently, I sort of mean like today, yesterday, tomorrow kind of presently, past week being before that, and then future week kind of being like after that. That's kind of how I see it. So I think right now you've just come to this point where you're just kind of accepting it. You know where you feel wanted. You know where you can feel successful. You know where you can find things where there will be passion, adventure, similar interests. You know where you want to be. It's the problems that you can't solve that are preventing you to get there. And because you can't solve them, and this could be in love or business, this could have something to do with a family, or it could have something to do with work, but I feel it's got more to do with a relationship, family kind of orientated that sort of area. I feel that right now you've just had to accept that this is about you. You can't make everybody happy. You've just got to accept that that's not going to happen. And you've got to make it about you. You are the monkey. That's you. Right there. And that's putting you in a good place, because there's nothing more confident and happier than a monkey that knows where they're going. A monkey that knows that, you know, all their hard work is paying off. You know? I feel right now there is a conflict of interest simply because you've got this problem, this issue that stems back to something that's quite personal with you, something that's quite, you know, quite big for you. That changes there would definitely change a lot. But I feel that this is kind of making things hard, and there's a rivalry or some sort of like jealousy going on, or potentially no, it's more like somewhat of a selfishness. Like it's kind of like you have to be selfish right now, like because you're not necessarily going to go very far by trying to please everybody that isn't even recognizing that kind of not call for help, because I don't want to say call for help, but they're not recognizing that there has been this problem, you know, there has been an issue, and you've had to solve that issue by yourself. And as you move on to that sort of monkey present, you have figured out by yourself that you are more than capable of doing it. You've just got to put your mind to it. You've got to put your mind to that. Sometimes that means that you're going to have to negotiate. Sometimes you have to compromise. Sometimes you may have to exploit what is around you, and sometimes that could be other people's weaknesses. Sometimes you have to get yourself ahead of the game because you don't want to fall behind. And right now, I think you've realised this. There's no going around this. There's no shortcuts. There's no like sort of press a button and have everything disappeared. You're just going to have to get on with it. You're just going to have to muddle through with it. You're just going to have to keep on keeping on, and just hope that you are resourceful when you need to be. And this is not just turning out to be some silly little game that is taking you on a little wild goose chase. Which again, that could potentially be the case. All of this hard work and problems and issues, they could literally mean nothing. And I think as you go on to next week, this is going to follow you. I feel that this is going to follow you into next week, this problem, this issue. But right now, you're feeling confident. You're feeling more yourself than you have done. You're feeling great. You're thinking, yes, bring it on. Bring it on. You move into that negative dog. So maybe you're a little bit worried that you're going to be criticized for your actions. I think maybe you're going to be judged in a way that makes you seem unsympathetic, but it's not through lack of trying. I think you've done all you can. You've done all you can to try and include people and get that help from people, and you've put that out there, and you've said many, many times this is what you need. And then you've just had to figure it out by yourself and do it by yourself. And people can judge you for that and judge you, but if they're judging you on your solution, then they're probably not appreciating how much of a struggle it's been through the problem. And that should outweigh that, I think. And I think that the people that are more critical or maybe more cynical about it and have a negative thought about it, because this is the negative card, I think potentially you just need to remember right now that you are a monkey and you have done all that you can to solve problems, and you have done it by yourself, and you've had to carry a lot of weight. So these people judging, what right do they have? What right do they really have to judge? Even if you are being selfish, or you do want to, pursue things that are more for you than anybody else. Why not? And that's going to be a conflict. Of course, it's going to be conflicting. There's going to be conflicting interests here, because The rats in your triangle, the monkey there, that's you. I mean that's pretty good. But the fact that the dog's come in here to kind of mess up your day, he's barking up the wrong tree, I think. But it's going to get you down. I think you're going to feel judged. There's going to be some sort of conflict. I can see some sort of arguments. I can see some real negative space next week. It doesn't look great, and I think that somebody's going to pull your tail to the point where. Well, you're gonna find yourself in an unrelenting place where it's gonna be very heavy. The the good nature in you is going to be tested. Your patience is going to be tested. You're going to feel that you're more intelligent than this. You're going to feel like you deserve better than this. You're going to feel like you don't deserve what you're going through as the week comes through. You're going to think, well, hang on a minute. I was feeling great about myself. How have I been knocked into this place? And it is because that dog is watching you. And that dog is devoted to making sure you stay on the straight and narrow. It wants to make sure that you don't stray. It wants you to remain in a place of, say, blind loyalty or blind faith. It wants you to have that mutual feeling for the things around you that everybody else does. Maybe it is at work, and maybe people are around thinking, well, maybe you should be as appreciative as the other people that work there, simply because jobs don't come around every day, and you should appreciate that job. Maybe it's something to do with family, and maybe somebody's judging you and saying, why are you still in this place, or why are you still stuck? Marry them. Do you know what I mean? Don't stay like this forever. Stop questioning yourself. Just go and buy a ring and propose to her. Do you know what I mean? Or potentially, don't break up and leave, walk away. But this problem has obviously got consequences for more than one person. It's not just you involved here. This is why I think family, workplace, close friends, that's why you feel judged. You feel like, or you're going to feel guilty for the decisions you've made because they're selfish ones. That's why you've got the monkey here, because they're selfish ones. And those people around you that are judgy, they are going to judge you. They're going to be keeping an eye on you. And they're going to say to you, make sure that you don't neglect certain aspects, like, say, friendships or responsibilities and things like this. And don't leave things done. You need to tie up loose ends. Don't leave things unfinished right now. And I know that there's these problems, but I think realistically, you being selfish about it and being quite, monkey about it, that is going to get you into a bit of a negative slump next week. You're probably going to feel quite, isolated, and it's either going to be through your own doing, where you just don't want to be around people, or people are just going to avoid you because they can sense that you just want to be on your own, and you just need time to just be by yourself and be monkey and be like that. And maybe that's what they're going to judge you for, because you're going to go into your shell a little bit. But that's all right. You do you. You do you. After all, you are a monkey. So there are no rules. You make the rules. Just remember that, monkey people. You make the rules. So this problem of which you have, is it a problem, or is it something that, if you were to change the rules a little bit or bend the rules a little bit, potentially the problem wouldn't be a problem anymore. Anyway, we'll find out that next week when we do your reading again, next Friday. So if you have enjoyed it, please hit subscribe. If you do resonate, then please do leave a comment. It's great to hear what other people think. And I'm going to do another video pretty much straight after this one for a reading for the rooster people. So if you are interested, I will see you over then. If not, over there then. If not, I will see you next Friday for another monkey reading. I hope you have a fantastic day, guys.